this back about 6 times now throughout the editing process, probably a bit more than that. And there seems to be, at first glance, no flow, but it's the way that I film. Because I don't use storyboards, I don't have any plan what the video is going to be about. There's no sort of inkling as I'm filming it. How it's structured is I film what I think is interesting on my day-to-day as I have this journey that I'm on, as I do this journey, as I do this adventure, as I go about my life. It's things that happen through the day leading up to finding a kip spot. Like I said, there's no storyboard. It seems like there's no flow, but if you're a follower of the channel and follower of my life, what I share, then you know how it's structured. You know how it's pieced together. So for anybody that's new to this, especially with the new influx of subscribers that have turned up, that's just beautiful, by the way. You'll get used to it. Just grab yourself a cup of tea, sit down and enjoy it. That's all I ask.
This video stay in the
social media.
you pay, okay?
I'm confused because I've never had any trouble with the police before, so I'm just wondering why I've been singled out.
Okay.
That's my concern.
Okay.
You can look at it, you're not holding it, huh?
En Spain.
What's the deal with...
Bueno.
No, sí, lo vamos a tener. Coño, ya. Una mierda.
Just woken up to my second night in Spain and my first night in one of Spain's biggest cities, Barcelona. A little slice of calm amidst the mayhem. Managed to come through the gates last night, and I've made myself a little kip spot around the corner here. Want to see how I ended up here? Stick with, I'll show you. I've just ventured onto this building site. It's Sunday, so there's no one working. I've come on to try and find a tap. So I have managed to find a tap, which I've just filled my water bottle up, and it's got quite good flow and pressure. So I'm going to make the most of it whilst I'm here, and I'm going to have a shower. It's that time of day when I've got my eyes open, finding my home for the next 12 to 15 hours. That's looking quite attractive about now, all that shade and all that space. There is a sweet spot right there, yeah? Right there, nice and flat, open. Past the prickly pears, with no fruit, unfortunately, or flowers, which you can eat. I'll keep my eyes open for them, by the way, because I've not tried one of those before. But yeah. Just wondering if I can get through here. These are prickly bushes though, and I honestly can't be bothered with the aggro. Wild lavender. Oh, I could have a soothing cup of tea tonight. I like to chuck about a dozen of these heads into a cup of not quite boiling water. Oh, only if you had smell-o-vision. Oh, it smells so nice. Anyway, this is a bust. There's nowhere here really. I think I've got a nice spot here. If I can get up there. Can't see it being too much of a mission. So I've moved from where I originally deemed, over by that green shed and the wheelbarrow there, to back here. So I've got something to put my back against. I think the chances of anyone having a mooch in the garden after they have just, I would assume, had a good old weed eat, whippersnipper, strimmer, whatever you call them over here. Over there, wherever you're listening. The ones that go bzzz, and so I'm going to get set up and then I'm going to get my tea on the go. Nice one. Oh, didn't give any away. Nearly forgot. Though you probably could do with being used. What is it? Rice, bit of egg, chicken, potatoes, and onion. Flavoured with salt and pepper, cooked in coconut oil. Taste is okay, you know, it's what you'd expect. But I wish there would be an easy way of working out the calorific content of your meals. It would be good to take a meal like that, and I'm assuming you would have to blend it up, blend it all together, take a sample size, like whatever size is required, and then put it under a like a spectrogram or spectrograph, whatever they call it, I forget what they call it, and it will zap it with all this, whatever it zaps it with, and it will give you the results of like what the protein content is, what the carbohydrates are, what type of carbs, what type of protein, break it all down for you. Right, this is starting to really steam now, so I'm going to get stuck into this. All packed up, rubbish in the bag, attitude in check, cup of tea in hand. Now, today I'm probably going to be hitting the Spanish border.
If this video stay in the social media, you pay, okay?
I'm confused because I've never had any trouble with the police before, so I'm just wondering why I've been singled out.
Okay.
That's my concern.
Ok. Lo que tú quieras. Si ese vídeo se produce en las redes sociales, son 600. Bueno, pues estudia.
Medidas de seguridad.
Yeah. Give me the.
You can look at it. You're not holding it, huh?
En Spain.
What's the deal?
Bueno.
No, sí, lo vamos a tener. Coño, ya. La mierda.
I really don't see what the problem is and why I've been singled out.
Okay.
Venga.
So can you
Have
tell
a
me what
have
the
a nice day.
initial, can you tell me what the initial problem
Have a nice
was?
day.
I think I've just got into Barcelona outskirts after many weeks, if not months, and many miles. But it's definitely got the outer suburbs of a big sprawling city vibe, that's for sure. My first impressions of Spain, having never been here before. Stay tuned, find out. I'm sort of inside some sort of inner city. It might be some sort of like permaculture type place. It's weird. It's a weird setup. There's an old train carriage here. There's a building which is in the centre. Then there's like allotment areas. There's all this open space. There's these reed enclosures. I'm not too sure what it is or what the purpose of it is, but there is one person here. She's a lady, so I don't want to scare her. I'm hiding behind some bamboo shoots at the moment, and it's getting on a bit. It must be going up for past 7:30 like someone at the moment, and I'm starving. I want to get some food on. So I've just had a brief look And over that way, the cameras are that way, but over that way is around the back sort of thing. And I'm sort of hoping that this person's got no reason to go around the back before they vacate. So I'm going to get out to the perimeter, and I'm actually going to, so I'm as far away as I possibly can be from her. She's got less chance of seeing me as I move sideways then. And I'm going to skirt back, so see if I can get around the back where it's a bit more sheltered and a bit more. It's crazy busy, this outskirts of Barcelona. Yeah, anyway, let's go and have a nosy, shall we? So it's times like this that I get fully immersed in the appreciation of the love and the support that comes my way through doing what I do, sharing my life and showing what's possible. As some of you may know, my bicycle is currently in the shop. It had quite a major piece of damage over the last few days. I'm not sure exactly when. The fork has snapped in half basically, so that is in the shop being replaced as we speak. It does need it for 2 days, so I've managed to find a cheap-ish hotel to sort of store all my gear in within walking distance of the bike shop. I then had to push my bike over to the shop, and it's the support from these guys here that have made basically what could have been quite a major setback for my journey and the channel as well. And if it wasn't for the continued support of each and every one of you, I don't know what I would have done really. So big love and appreciation, and just single out these guys here too. Thanks guys, I really appreciate it. And I'm going to say it again, I don't know what I would have done had it not been access to the extra funds that were there. So brilliant, love each one of you. I want to add as well that, you know, it's not just the guys in print there, it's each and every one of you guys, all the ones that I've mentioned in previous videos as well. It's every single one of you, everyone that watches the videos and likes it and shares it and gives it the thumbs up. All that makes a huge difference to what goes in my pocket. There you go. It's exactly what it is. Each one of those little actions of watching it, of liking it, of sharing it, of hyping it, you know, how long you watch it, that all makes quite a big difference to what pennies end up dropping my way. So yeah, just want to add that on the end, because I don't think I was I didn't mention that in that little bit I've just done there. So yeah, thank you. So that's where I want to head to. I want to head to that place just there. There's hard standing shelter there, so it should be a bit cooler, but I mean it's not warm at the moment. Wind's got quite a chill to it. If I go in that gap over here and then shoot left, I should be alright. Not for me. There you go. It's like something museum, maybe a history museum of Catalonia. Could be something like that. De la something or other. The Catalonia. Maybe the history of maybe a museum of the history of Catalonia, possibly. I'll just put my stuff here. Might not be a good side this, we might have to go around the other side. Yeah, not liking that, too exposed up that way. But I think in here might be perfecto. Oh, look at this. There's water as well. I did have a wash in that river though. I don't know if that edits in this, but we'll see. You know, there's very few cameras I've noticed in Spain. Very few cameras. Even in commercial places. Right, well there's no reason for me to go around there. So, yes. Right, I'm going to get set up here. I'm going to get my bed rolled down. Get my earplugs ready, because I think it's going to be a noisy night. I was hoping to stay on the outer skirts of Barcelona, because I got to the outskirts probably about 5 o'clock, and I was thought, you know, there's no point heading into the centre just to find some place amongst the mayhem and the hooligans. I'm still a good several miles from the centre of Barcelona, so this is the best I can do tonight, and it's still pretty busy, pretty noisy, but it's only the one night, and I want to get some tea on the go. I've got some mince. I'm probably just going to cook up the mince with an onion, maybe a bit of garlic. I've got a bit of tomato paste. I might chuck a little bit of tomato paste in, or tomato jar stuff. I'll chuck a bit of that in. I might just have it in a couple of wraps, something just simple, just so I get some protein in me for the night. I might bring you back for that, we'll see. Cozy, if I might say so. It's not too shabby, is it, really? I mean, you know, this is pretty lush. Slightly annoyed, I cannot find my titanium spokey spoon thing that I've had. Cook up half of this mince. I'll have the other half for brekkie, I think. Actually, doesn't look like a lot, does it? No, I bet there's a whole lot. My wraps. It's going to be very simple as this. My wraps are stale, so I'm not going to be using them, unfortunately. So it's just going to be a case of fashioning a spoon and shoveling it into the mouth. As primitive as you can get. A little bit of pepper. It's basic. Taste is what you'd expect, but it's 400 grams of good quality mince and half a jar of tomato fritti bio. So I know it's doing some good. Right, here we go. So you would have seen a little bit. So just up there is a main road. And you see the nice high fence. That gate is open, but the padlock is locked. So this looks like it's allotments inside. Whether that's a separate entity or not, I don't know. Okay, well I won't disturb him.